Hi everybody, today I'm going to talk to you about the Xbox Series X and hopefully clear some things up for you. So it's Highland Gamer here, back with another video for you guys. So I'm going to try to clear up some questions I had before I got my hands on the Series X and give my opinion on things said about it. If you have any questions that I don't mention, please comment and I'll try and answer for you. And lastly, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Okay, so some things get said and sound bad, but actually they don't really matter. So bear with me and I'll explain why. So I heard the Xbox shows marks when you touch it because of the plastic that it's made with. So my question is, well, how often are you actually going to be touching it? You know, games are online, so a lot of people don't even need to put a disc in. It does have a CD drive though, if you do want to buy a CD version of the game, but it's easy to access. It's at the front, and the console even turns on, obviously, with the controller. There's even USB ports at the front as well nowadays, so you don't even need to move it to get to the back. And also, for when you do have to touch it, it easily wipes clean. So I think I've seen in one of my videos, there's a couple of marks, and there's a couple of marks there, and if I just go and get a duster or something, that'll all go away anyway. So that's really not anything to worry about or concern yourself about in the slightest. The next thing is the size. You can see there, yes, it is chunky, but it's actually only 15 centimeters by 15 centimeters, and it's only 30 centimeters high. It's designed to be upright, but it can be horizontal, so most rooms will have a place for it without any problems. And actually, the size actually isn't bad when you compare it to the older gen, and I'll be speaking about that later on, so stay tuned and we'll get into that in a bit. So the last thing that for me isn't important is its weight. You're only taking it in home and setting it down. So yeah, it is heavier than maybe the older consoles, but still not super heavy. Like a kid could easily bring it in, and when it's home, it won't be getting moved anyway. And I mean, I'll just pick it up. It's really not heavy in the slightest. So now that the non-important things have been cleared up, I wanted to show you the Xbox and again clarify things. So for a while, I thought the Series X had an LED light at the top. I'm sure you've all seen those photos where it looked like there was an LED light, a green LED light shining out the top. Excuse me, and I will try and show you that it's actually only green plastic that looks like an LED light in the pictures, but gives no actual glow. So I'm going to pick the camera up just now, so bear with me. It will obviously move, so try and be as stable as I can. So you can see if I hold it like that, it looks in the middle there like there's an LED light on there. If I try and get in closer, you can, I think that's quite a good angle. You can actually see it's just green plastic at the bottom, and as it gets to the further outside of the vents, that green gets smaller and smaller. Okay, so now that I've got you back down, sorry about the edit there, thought it'd be a bit smoother for you guys. The front is minimal. Feels like it's been designed to fit in a living room, like an entertainment area, without actually being out of place, and not like something that would look more in place in, say, a kid's bedroom. So you've only got the CD drive, obviously just there, a small Xbox symbol, which is not lit up just now, but it's just there. It's a button to turn it on if you don't want to use the controller. It does light up when it's on. A USB port just down there, and a small black button to connect the controller, which is just above the USB port. I showed how actually that small button worked in a previous video, so go ahead, check it out. and remember, like and subscribe. On the back, there you go. So on the back, it's pretty standard. It's got power socket, obviously, which is, where's it gone? There you go, just there. It's got your USB ports just there as well. Your HDMI as well, which is just to the side there. And you know, just your general, what you normally get. But it's also got your storage port, which is just that one there. This though, I think is pretty cool. Which is just here. Is actually, it's a backup cooling vent. So if someone happened to cover up the main vent up in the top here, you can still expel the hot air through that backup. Excuse me, sorry. It won't be as efficient, and please don't purposely try it, but it's good to have as a backup in case the main one is blocked for whatever reason. So the only other thing is to show the 4 tiny feet, which shows one there, and obviously the other 2, that you can have the console on its side. But apart from that, there's nothing on the console, so it keeps it nice, simple and sleek. So now I've told you about the things not to worry about and showed you about the console, let's talk about the myths. And the main one, does it overheat? And the simple answer to that is no. Okay? Not even slightly. Yeah, hot air comes out the top, but that's what it's designed to do. It takes cool air through the bottom of the console, and from the single fan sitting just under the grill, just there, it takes the cool air through the console, collects the heat and expels it from the top. So don't worry if you feel the hot air coming out from the top like other people have done. It just means that it's working properly. I heard a comment about it making a bedroom hot in the summer. Well, I personally don't agree. Maybe it will. I don't personally agree that it gets nearly hot enough to do that. And another thing I've seen, and you've probably seen it yourself, was vape smoke getting blown into it to make it look like it was overheating and it was smoking coming up the top. Personally, if you're going to go ahead and do that, you kind of deserve any issues that come along with it after that. And the last thing I heard was the USB device is overheating. When you pop them in, it could be USB storage device, the external storage you can get if you want the extra memory, that sort of thing. I use a little USB device, and I don't have any issues with it overheating. It comes out hot, but doesn't come out any hotter than when I take it out of the desktop upstairs. So that's a lot of the myths and that I've heard talked about. So that's all cleared up. I hope that's all helped. But earlier on I did say about the size compared to the old gen. There's been a lot of talk, and it still gets a lot of talk about that. So what did I mean? Well, if you measure every dimension of the Series X next to my PS4, which I'll just get, I've actually brought down, so bear with me. There we go. I'll just move you over just a little bit so we can have both in. There we go. So if you measure every dimension of the Series X next to the PS4, then the numbers are actually not too bad. And let me explain. So to make it easier, I'm actually going to put the Xbox on its side. And I'm actually going to pick the camera up again. So I'll try and be as smooth as I can again. There we go. So now I've got on its side, yeah. So yeah, it's taller. It's just about as wide. There's not a huge amount in the width, but it's nowhere near as deep. If I come right up, you can see There we go. It's nowhere near as deep as the PS4. So technically, I think it's more of a design than a size. And yeah, although it is bigger, it does take up more room. The Series X has a lot more power over the PS4. And by the way, the PS5 will be the same. So I'm not trying to make Xbox sound better than PlayStation. It's just new gen over old gen. So yeah, it's got a lot more power over the PS4. And it'll be the same for, yeah, like I say, for the PS5. So to me, the power to size ratio for the next gen is a clear winner when you think about just how much bigger they are compared to the old gen. And I was thinking as well, to be honest with you, these are fresh out. You know, are they gonna make ones in a couple of years' time which are going to be either more powerful, smaller, maybe a mixture of both? Yeah, of course they are. So that's the size for it just coming out now. Just wait until they've sort of worked on it a bit, developed it. So I hope that's cleared things up for you. I am planning more videos like this, so watch out for them. And remember to like, subscribe. But for now, whoever you are and wherever you are, happy gaming and goodbye.